Today's tropical weather update is brought to you by State Insurance Company Limited. Live in a better state of mind.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to the Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Service channel. I'm Shrissa Humphreys, here to bring you your tropical weather update for today, Monday, October 27th, 2025. And of course, out in the Atlantic, all eyes are currently on Melissa. We at the Antigua and Barbuda Met office and the rest of the Caribbean on a whole, our thoughts and our prayers are with Jamaica at this time, along with most of the islands out in the Western Caribbean, as Melissa is coming towards them at this time. Now, taking a look at our track as of 11 a.m., Melissa was located at 16.4 degrees north or 78.2 degrees west. This is 145 miles to the southwest of Kingston, Jamaica, and it's currently a Category 5 hurricane with winds of 165 miles per hour, showing that it has increased slightly in strength over the morning. It is still showing a more westerly movement at 3 miles per hour, so it is still very slow at this time, and its pressure has deepened or dropped to 908 millibars. With the track, we see that it did take a more westward motion, but with the current track provided by the National Hurricane Center, a trough forecast to move off of Florida is supposed to bring Melissa to a northwestward and then a northeastern turn. This will be bringing it into these regions later on in the next couple of days. So this is why the track is like that at this time. And of course, Jamaica is in the brunt of it. Right now, the eye of Hurricane Melissa, we can see on our graphic, is right to the south of Jamaica right here. We see it's a very concentric or circular eye. We can see right through the eye, and we can see a lot of wrapping winds and circulating high clouds and heavy rainfall around the eye at this time. We also see some banding features that are wrapping around into Haiti and even portions of Cuba. So Haiti and Cuba are under some watches and warnings at this time, along with Bahamas that was also issued some hurricane warnings, and the Turks and Caicos Islands, as Melissa is expected to be in their path by late Wednesday. With the strengthening of Melissa, we can see a little wobble in the eye, and that shows that it could decrease in strength or increase in strength by to Category 4, Category 5. This is typical for a hurricane of this stature. However, we are expecting a landfall in the eastern side of Jamaica. This is putting Jamaica, most of Jamaica, in the right front quadrant or the dirty side of the storm. So a lot of strong winds could be heading into the western and central, and most of Jamaica, or even all of Jamaica, is within the brunt of Melissa for this time. So there's a lot of risk from the high mountainous areas of flooding, landslides, storm surge, because the storm will bring a lot of storm surge too, especially to the southern coast of Jamaica. So we are praying for everyone there, and hopefully they are all prepared for this system. Taking a look at the rainfall totals, this is a 3-day rainfall forecast provided by the National Hurricane Center. We see Jamaica has in excess of 30 inches of rainfall. This is 750 plus millimeters of rainfall. Over much or even almost all of Jamaica could experience this rainfall, as Melissa is a very slow moving system and could dump a lot of rain, along with the mountains that can create that higher elevation of rainfall over the islands. So flash flooding is imminent for Jamaica. Even portions of eastern Cuba and Haiti are under these conditions that could get a lot of rainfall within the next couple of days as Melissa moves through. So taking a look at our wider satellite, we see Melissa out here, and we see a lot of lightning activity, even stretching us south to the ABC Islands with the outer banding feature of Melissa. We also see a lot of outflow heading from Melissa over us here in the northeastern Caribbean, us in the Leeward Islands and the British Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. These are upper level clouds. They're not necessarily rainfall clouds. However, there are a few patches that can bring a slight shower or two across the area for today. But other than that, not much to talk about out in the Eastern Atlantic and for us here in the Eastern Caribbean. There's a tropical wave that is very weak and not expected to bring much rainfall over the area, and a few troughs out in the Eastern Atlantic, but nothing of note at this time. Now, taking a look at some key messages for Jamaica and the rest of the islands in the Western Caribbean provided by the NHC. They state that do not venture out of your safe shelter. Remember, there's catastrophic, life-threatening flash flooding and landslides that are likely throughout Tuesday. Catastrophic winds in the eye wall can potentially cause some total structural failure. So we see where the eye is projected to be. That is tonight into early Tuesday. So be aware of these conditions. This can cause excessive damage. Of course, power loss is expected with this storm. Widespread, even long-lasting power outages and isolated communities could develop. There's also life-threatening storm surge, especially on the southern coast of Jamaica. So Kingston and those other regions should be prepared for this storm surge as it goes through Tuesday. And of course, you in these areas should pay attention to your local officials and your local weather updates because they have all the information that is specific to you. And of course, us here at the Met Office are sharing our thoughts and our prayers with you all in Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, and even the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands as you deal with Melissa in the next couple of days. Remember, if you're here in Antigua or the rest of the Leeward Islands, please send your pictures and videos to abmsiwatch@gmail.com. We have been appreciative of sharing them on our social media pages the past few weeks and continue to do so. And remember, you can keep up with us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and on X at the Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Service. Remember to stay safe and have a safe and productive rest of your day. Thank you.
Today's tropical weather update has been brought to you by State Insurance Company Limited. Live in a better state of mind.